Hello everyone, welcome back to Mind Games, your one-stop shop for behavioral economics. It focuses on dissecting how understanding common behavioral biases and factors can help everyone to better their lives and better manage their personal finances. Now, what we're going to do is we have a new series called Mind Over Markets, and we're going to be looking first at payday loans. Now, whether you're in India or the US, most countries and regional banks have some sort of payday loan scheme, oftentimes which can be extremely detrimental if not paid back immediately or in the correct time frame due to extremely high interest rates. Payday loans are meant to help people get over an immediate financial hardship or problem. And in India, it can be thought of as a personal loan that is normally paid back within 30 days with full interest. However, as I mentioned before, these loans have an extremely high interest rate, with some banks charging anywhere from 1 to 1.5% per day. This amounts to almost 365 to 540% on an annual basis, which is far from normal. In fact, it is borderline predatory, which is what payday lending is often characterized as. Due to the fact that these loans are risky for the lender, and these lenders press these interest rates on borrowers without any caring about their ability to repay them. This is due to the fact that there is little to no underwriting when it comes to payday loans, meaning that the lenders will not do any background research or checks in order to verify whether the borrowers can in fact pay back the sum of money they borrowed. Now, to better understand this, let's look at a scenario where someone would use a payday loan. Well, suppose that normally someone makes 10,000 rupees per month, but due to a variety of factors, suppose they're sick for 2 weeks, they only make 5,000 rupees that month. Well, they still have the same expenses and bills to pay, and at the end of everything, they're short for 5,000 rupees. Now, oftentimes, this would be the scenario in which someone takes out a payday. It would seem very easy in the short term and at that moment, but in reality, there are a number of effects in the long term. Now, we're going to explore some of the different factors to why people take out these loans, how we can combat them, and why in the end, it's not worth it to take them out at all. First, we have present bias and hyperbolic discounting. Now, these are two significant behavioral factors, and present bias is our tendency to overvalue immediate rewards at the expense of long-term benefits, which is not rational at all. This bias is a critical reason for why so many people opt for payday loans when faced with an urgent financial need, such as paying a bill, fixing a car, or dealing with a medical emergency. The immediate relief of quick cash can overshadow the high long-term costs. Hyperbolic discounting further compounds this issue. This concept explains how people disproportionately prefer smaller, sooner rewards over larger, later ones, especially when the wait is short-term. When you're staring at something like a $300 payday loan with a $45 fee due in 2 weeks, the urgency of the immediate need can make that fee seem almost insignificant, even though it translates to an astronomical APR of over 300%. Now let's take an example and look at the implications of this. Let's say we have Sarah, a single mother in the United States of America. She faces an urgent need to pay for her son's medical treatments. She turns to a payday loan for quick cash. The immediacy of the need overshadows the long-term financial impact that this loan would have on her, trapping her into a very bad cycle of debt as she takes out more and more loans to repay this initial one due to the astronomical interest rates. Another pair of culprits in the payday loan dilemma are financial illiteracy and overconfidence bias. Financial illiteracy refers to the lack of understanding of financial principles and products. Many payday loan borrowers do not fully grasp the terms and conditions of their loans, such as the APR or the total cost of borrowing. The focus is often on the immediate relief rather than the loan's cost structure and its long-term impacts. Overconfidence bias, on the other hand, leads individuals to overestimate their ability to repay loans or manage their increasing financial obligations. Borrowers might believe that they can repay the loan with their next paycheck without considering potential unexpected expenses or income fluctuations. This overconfidence often results in repeated borrowing and a vicious cycle of debt. Some other mental biases and heuristics that can contribute to this are the scarcity mindset and mental accounting. They're key players. The scarcity mindset occurs when individuals are so focused on their immediate financial shortfall that they fail to consider future consequences or alternative solutions. When someone is dealing with immediate financial stress, such as an overdue bill or an emergency expense, the urgent need for cash can eclipse the high cost of the payday loans. Mental accounting refers to the tendency to categorize and to give different value or to treat money differently based on its source or intended use. A borrower might separate the payday loan from their regular income, viewing it as a separate resource that doesn't impact their budget, leading to repeated borrowing. But the fact of the matter is money, and there is no value or no traits connected to it. Now, let's look at the predatory nature of payday lending. Beyond these behavioral factors, it's essential to understand the predatory nature of payday lending. Payday lenders often exploit these cognitive biases and psychological vulnerabilities to trap borrowers into these cycles of debt. The loans are marketed as quick fixes for financial emergencies, with terms and conditions that are not always transparent or heavily regulated. In the UK, prior to regulatory changes, payday lenders would often roll over loans, adding fees and interest, making it nearly impossible for borrowers to repay without taking on new loans. The FCA's intervention capped the cost of payday loans, making the cost structure way more transparent and limiting the potential for debt accumulation. To conclude, the payday loan dilemma is a multifaceted issue, influenced by various behavioral economic factors, including present bias, hyperbolic discounting, financial illiteracy, and overconfidence bias. Scarcity mindset as well as mental accounting play huge roles. The predatory nature of this payday lending exacerbates these issues, trapping individuals into these cycles of debt. By understanding these factors, we can develop better financial habits and support policies that protect consumers from exploitive lending practices. Thank you for tuning into Mind Games and Mind Over Markets. Stay with us for more insights into the fascinating world of behavioral economics. Thank you.